One of my favorite things to do is go to the gym, and I always mention that going to the gym can actually be its own corrective exercise if you know what you're doing, and you utilize the gym and the equipment and the weightlifting to your benefit, or it can become reinforcement of your existing movement patterns and poor postures and all that. So I happened to be at the gym yesterday working out with a guy, actually working next to a guy on the bike, the Airdyne bike, and he actually just randomly said, "Hey, have you ever had a back problem?" I think I was 38 years old, and I said, "No, but this is what I do." And he said, "Yeah, I've got a herniated disc, and I've tried physical therapy, doesn't help, so I'm just coming back to the gym and trying to experiment and see if this helps." He was riding the bike, the Airdyne bike, and I said, everything here is going to either help you or hurt you. I said, in fact, what you're doing on this bike right now is going to be even worse for you unless you start correcting it. He mentioned to me he had tried doing some dying bugs or dead bug exercises and didn't like them, so he decided I was going to try the bike. Well, the bike can become a stabilization, a vertically loaded dying bug exercise if you're doing it correctly. So I spent about 5 minutes coaching him on this, and he really noticed a difference in what he was doing and compared to what I showed him to do to make it an effective exercise and part of his rehab program. And so I'll show you those illustrations here in a second.
This is a great illustration as to how this guy was riding the bike. Notice the red line center of the spine, kind of the vertical loaded position. As he was riding, his whole body was twisting and tilting side to side. Now he had back herniation, which is just going to put tremendous stress on that weak link in the vertebral column. And notice the poor joint disassociation from the spinal column, which is why I always emphasize core stability, spinal control. Now this is an example of using that spinal control stability as I'm riding the bike, and actually I slowed the clip down, but I'm going much faster and still maintaining that spinal column stability, rigidity with that great hip and shoulder torso disassociation. And this is a big part of the corrective approach in the gym or in any piece of equipment you're using, establishing that spinal control and stability.
Everything we do at the gym can be a corrective exercise if we're focusing on movement patterns, we're focusing on core stability, that joint disassociation. So keep that in mind when your next workouts come along, and let me know if you have any questions. Cheers.